Happy Wednesday, Vikings. This is Mr. Zassada with this week's edition of the Counseling Corner. In our last lesson, we learned about harassment and how it's different from bullying. Can anyone remember the similarities and differences between the two? Both are intentionally mean behavior. Bullying involves a power imbalance and is repeated. Harassment is being mean about a characteristic of someone like their race or gender. It needs to only happen one time and does not need a power imbalance, like bullying. Today, we'll learn how to tell the difference between a specific type of harassment called sexual harassment and flirting. Sexual harassment is a sensitive topic, so for everyone to feel safe and comfortable talking about it, we'll use the same class norms we established in our last lesson. Remember, this lesson will focus on relationships with kids your own age. When an adult acts in a sexual or romantic way toward a kid, that is never okay. If that happens to you or someone you know, you should tell a trusted adult immediately. Let's start our topic today by thinking about some common situations you might have experienced or heard about. Read each situation on the screen and ask yourself, is this situation okay? How do I know? You won't share your answers with anyone else, and afterward we'll talk about why each situation is or is not okay. Take a few moments with each scenario and decide where you stand. Being asked if you want to hold hands or have a hug. Sexual comments that make you feel uncomfortable. Being sent sexual pictures that you didn't ask for. Being sent a romantic text that makes you smile. Being touched in a sexual way without your consent. So hopefully most of you said that situations 2, 3, and 5 are not okay. The comment made you feel uncomfortable, you didn't ask for the pictures, and you didn't consent to being touched. But why are situations 1 and 4 okay? Well, you can say no if you don't want a hug, and the text message made you smile. Let's take a closer look at what sexual harassment means versus flirting. So sexual harassment is one-sided. It makes you feel uncomfortable and powerless, and it violates school rules and the law. It can happen in person or online. Every school and workplace has a policy against sexual harassment. Flirting often goes both ways, but if it is one-sided, the other person quickly stops when you ask them to. If the other person won't stop, then it's harassment. Now we'll practice identifying the difference between sexual harassment and flirting. Let's look at some reactions and decide if they're caused by flirting or sexual harassment. Teachers, please have students count off by 4s and form groups by their number. Students, in your groups, please read and discuss each reaction and decide whether it was caused by flirting or harassment. After about 5 minutes, have each group share their answer about one reaction with the class. Teachers, please pause the video here. Check to see that your answers match the slide. If there are any differences, teachers, please stop the video here and drill down a bit on why that might be. Otherwise, let's apply what we've learned by watching a video of students in the hallway at school. There are 2 similar interactions shown in this video, one between Drew and Sarah and another between Mariah and Kirk. As you watch, pay attention to whether the interactions are welcome or not. Ask yourself, are these interactions sexual harassment or flirting, and why?
Stop it. I can't believe you did that. I hate you.
Guess who?
Okay. Johnny Drake?
Wrong.
Give me a clue.
Taller with darker hair.
Oh, Jack Pittman?
The one and only Drew Montgomery.
You're such a goof.
But you put up with me, so...
Guess who?
I don't know.
Come on, guess.
I give up.
Oh, come on, just one more try. You got it.
Sarah? A clue. Come on, Kurt, cut it out. It's not funny.
What? It's okay when Drew does it? I mean, what, are you guys like in love or something?
Don't.
Come on, sir. We're gonna be late to class.
Oh, that's so cute. They're gonna go make out.
Knock it off, Kirk. I don't want to be touched, and you need to get out of my way.
Sorry, I was just kidding.
Well, it doesn't feel like kidding.
Are you coming?
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
In the scenario we just watched, was that sexual harassment or flirting? Why? Please write your responses as a group in the video section of your worksheet. After groups have had a few minutes to write down their answers, discuss as a class. Feel free to play the video again if there is debate. Teachers, please pause the video here. I hope that you all had some good discussion about the two scenarios that we just saw play out. While there are a lot of good answers, maybe the simplest way to put it is that the scenario between Drew and Sarah was flirting because it was welcome and they both feel happy about it. In the scenario between Mariah and Kirk, it is sexual harassment because it was unwelcome and makes Mariah feel uncomfortable. She also has a difficult time making him stop. In your groups, take what we've learned and try again to explain the differences between sexual harassment and flirting. Teachers, please pause the video here while students take the next 3 minutes to come up with their answer and write it down on their group worksheet. Sexual harassment is a serious issue, and you may need help to get it to stop. It's important that you report all incidents of sexual harassment to a trusted adult. Today, we learned to tell the difference between sexual harassment and flirting. In the next lesson, we'll learn how sexual harassment affects people who experience it. Have a great week, Vikings, and be kind to each other. We'll see you next time.